Ooh, that looks tasty. Welcome, folks, to The Hungry Gamers, back with another episode of the monthly menu, and today we are talking about the top 5 games of June 2025. And as always, a reminder, I judge games as play sessions. So if I sit down and play a game 3 times, to me that's the same as sitting down and playing another game 1 time, because usually if you play a game multiple times, because it's a shorter game, so it kind of balances out, and I only bring in digital plays into the mix if they were played in real time. So with that said, kind of jumping right in, how did I do on my picks for June? Starting out with the list, I didn't think I was going to get to it. We didn't get to it. I am not confident that we're going to get to it in July either. However, I'm committed that in August we're going to get at least one of them off the list. I'm committed to that, but did not get to it this month. Next, we had Run, 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 which is a 3-time game on the list. And yes, I did get it played, and I really, really enjoyed it. I hope to be making a video on that soon, but I haven't yet. But point being, yes, I did play it. It's a delightful little game. Dice chucking, kind of push your luck kind of stuff going on there. Very clever, very quick, very cute. Really, really enjoyed it. Next one on the list was Oathsworn. And this one, I'm going to give myself half credit. Because yes, I did get it played, but I thought I was going to get like 4 scenarios played. In fact, I got 1 scenario played, and it was a mid scenario. I don't mean it was like the kids say it was mid. It was a lot of fun, but it was a halfway scenario, it was an optional scenario, and it didn't have the voice recording for it, but I played through that, had a great time, and I don't know when I'm going to get to it again, but hopefully by the end of the year I'll get another few scenarios played. Next was Takenoko, and that was one that my wife and I, we had picked up when we were on a trip back east, and yes, we did get it played the expansion. It's really cute. It is a really cute, enjoyable little game. Next was Creel Manor, and this was one that I was committed to do because I got some new stuff to kind of gussy it up and make it prettier. And yes, I did get it played, and I actually even just recently released a video about Creel Manor. Had a very good time with it. Very cool if you're into the adventure card game and horror theme kind of mashed up. Cool little game, does some cool stuff mechanically. So jumping into the actual top 5 games of the month, number 5 was Castle Combo. Now, Castle Combo was tied with about 47 other things of how many times it got played, different sessions, and I gave it a Castle Combo, even though it's a shorter game that has really grown on me, and original Don likes it a lot, and we play it all the time on BGA async, and because we play it all the time on BGA, even though it's async, I don't usually count that, I pushed this one in at number 5 because I had a whole bunch of games that had 2 play sessions, and I figured since we did this on the way out to RageCon and the way back from RageCon, I was like, you know what, that counts. That should count for something. So Castle Combo came in at number 5. And this is a game where you kind of have a tableau that you're making of 3x3, and the cards kind of score off of each other. Very quick, very simple, very clever little game, and it's one that when I played it first at PAX U, I was like, meh. But the more I've played it, the more it's really grown on me. So really enjoying Castle Combo. That comes at number 5. Number 4 is the aforementioned Creel Manor. I played this game a lot. Like, it was on the table for a couple days, and I played over and over and over. Played a bunch of different characters. Well, bunch. There's only 3 different characters. I played all the different characters, played a couple scenarios with each of them, and just really dug in, really enjoyed it. Adventure card game, no dice, does some clever stuff with when your actions, what the power is of them, and playing cards. And it's a clever, clever little game, especially if you're into horror. If you're into horror and you like adventure card games, this is one you should definitely be checking out. Number 3 has been on the list many times already. That is Fate of the Fellowship. Played a whole bunch of games of that. I have a playthrough video on the channel. I have a review on the channel. I got to play this at RageCon several times at the house, a couple times at RageCon actually. And it's just a really good crisis management game. I'm glad that I keep pushing off making my top 10 crisis management games because I keep getting games I'm like, yeah, that's probably on the list, and this one's probably on the list. Really, really enjoying that so far every time I play it. Number 2 is one that has been on the list before. It's going to be on the list again. That is Red Dragon Inn Battle for Greyport. Hands down my favorite deck builder, especially in the co-op world. It's just so clever. I recently made a playthrough. You can kind of check out how that works, and I'm sure I'll probably have another playthrough at some point because I go on the stream with the Red Dragon Inn team, and I tend to lose, and I tend to bet things like I'll do a playthrough, and well, I'm sure it's going to happen again. Really great game. If you like cooperative deck builders, this is the one. Love it, love it, love it. And then number one on the list is a little bit of surprise to me, not because I don't like the game or whatever, but because I just didn't see it coming. It's not one I had on my list of games to play. It's a recent arrival from Kickstarter, and that is Emberleaf from City of Games. This is a clever little game with awesome, awesome art, great table presence, and it has a clever mechanic of you're either playing a card down into your little tableau, and some cards you play it, it does a thing. Or you're sliding everything to the left on your tableau, and some cards, when it slides, it does a thing. And then other cards does a thing when it falls off the edge of the tableau. So you're constantly kind of figuring that out. You're building buildings and getting your critters in those buildings, and it kind of gives you little bonuses as you go. Tableau building. It's not really a deck builder, but you get a few new cards as you go through. It's clever, and I've really enjoyed it. I should have a video in the next couple weeks or so about it. Played it solo, played it at 3 players, played it at I think 5 players. I think we'll take a max player kind of RageCon. So clever game, I've enjoyed it, and I'm going to dig a little more into it before I talk about it, but clever game, definitely enjoyed it. Which brings us to the picks for July. Starting out with, we have the list, which as I said at the beginning, I don't think it's going to happen, but I am committed to in August making sure that actually happens. Next on the list is one that I owe the publisher and designer a review. And the problem with this game is I just haven't been able to get it played with more than 2 people in Meat Space. And I'm convinced this game plays best with more than 2 players. I've played multiple players on TTS a couple of times, but I just haven't been able to make it happen. And that's a game called Scrap. This is an interesting kind of mix of area control, but it's a lot of fighting, so kind of area control and programming and a little bit of upgrading. It's got some traction going on, and it is nothing like any other game that I have. And so I really need to get Streamlined Matt to play this one to really be able to kind of get my last thoughts in by playing with multiple players and playing with someone that really this game is kind of up their alley. Next on the list is one that has been kind of just sitting over here. You can't quite see it. It's right there. And it's been there for a long time that I really enjoy. And I think it's a really underrated tile in the dungeon crawler adventure game world, and that's called Paracle the Gathering Darkness. It's a really clever game. It does some stuff mechanically that is different from other dungeon crawlers with this kind of grappling or embattled system it's called, and the dice and the way the dice work and skill checks work, and the way you have total freedom with your character creation. And the spell casting is really cool because spell casting is you don't have mana, it's your life. You use your life force to power your spells, and it's really, really clever, especially the further in you get, the way the characters build and grow. I love the game. It's a fantastic game, and I need to get back to it. Kind of the big knock that everyone has on us, oh, it's an expensive game, you don't even get the books. It's the same price as every other dungeon crawl, just about. I mean, it's a little more expensive, but it's cheaper than Madara. It's cheaper than Gloomhaven, the same price as those things. The other knock people have on it is all the stories done on a website. And you have to kind of go to the website and kind of click through the stuff. But for me, I think it really is I think it's really worthwhile. I think it's great the way it happens on the website because they're going in and I think they're changing stuff behind the scenes as I see what choices people are making and all of that. It's a really clever game. I'm not going to finish it. I'm not going to finish the campaign, but I'm really looking forward to knocking out a big chunk of it. I always enjoy it, so I'm hoping to get it on the table for at least a day, maybe 2 or 3 days. We'll see. Next one is one that I have coming. And this is one that Stonemaier Games and Jamie Stegmaier was kind enough to send me an advanced copy, so I'm going to have it, I think maybe 10 days before everybody else is able to pre-order it. And this is called Vantage. I'm really looking forward to trying this because this is kind of outside the world of anything I've ever gotten from Stonemaier Games. And he's had some games that I really, really like. Particularly, I like Expeditions a lot. I really like Expeditions. In fact, that's still sitting right here. But this is a kind of open world sandbox game, and it's about story and discovery and kind of doing what you want and checking some dice. And I'm really excited to try it out. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to hit for me or it's going to be a total miss. I don't think it's going to be anything in between, but one or the other, excited to try it out. And that brings me to the last one, which also I'm very excited to try out. And again, I don't know if it's going to be hit or a miss for me. That is Above and Below Haunted. This is a game that I haven't thought about in years, and I actually had thought that I backed on GameFound because I talked to Ryan Lockett about it at, I think, Gen Con or PAX U or one of those, and I was like, that's really cool. And I was getting the updates. So I was like, okay, it's coming, it's coming. And then I was like, oh, I didn't actually back it. I just clicked on the GameFound, tell me about it. And because I'm still kind of in the Kickstarter frame of mind I thought I was getting, but they were kind of sending me a review copy. And Above and Below was one of the first kind of real hobby games I was given. It was a gift, and I played through it quite a bit. I enjoyed it. It was a little bit lighter maybe than I liked, and I gave it to a friend who was moving away because we were sad he was moving, and we gave him a big ass box of games. But Above and Below Haunted adds some new things I think is kind of cool, so I'm really looking forward to trying it, checking it out. I think my wife's going to like it a lot. We shall see. So, with that said, very quickly, I want to say thank you, as always, to Noble Knight Games for being our sponsor. If you're not familiar with it, they sell new and used games. You get good prices on new games, and you can find a whole bunch of used games out there. Prices on those are going to range, right? Because if it's super rare, it's going to cost more, but just check it out. They got good prices on stuff. It's like 120 bucks, 140 bucks worth of stuff. You get free shipping, all that kind of stuff. And they're a company that long before they sponsored me, I was selling stuff to them and buying stuff from them. I really think it's a good online board game retailer. Definitely check them out. And they give me a little bit of store credit every month, and I have an affiliate link down in the description. Check it out. Click on it. Anything you buy, I get some of that money back as store credit. It costs you nothing. So check it out. Thank you, Noble Knight Games, as always. More importantly, thank you to the channel members. You are the people that actually pony up some of your own cash to kind of help me keep doing what we're doing. You all have helped me be able to go to RageCon and cover RageCon, take TrainCon to kind of get out there. It's going to allow me to get out to KublaCon Fall, and I'm not going to be able to get to PAX this year because it's a different time, but some bigger cons next year, and I'll keep my equipment upgraded, all of those things, and that is because of you, the channel members. So thank you very, very much. You've seen their names kind of scrolling. I don't know, they scroll this way. I got to remember that. Scrolling across the screen here, and thank you to all of you for continuing to help out. If you're considering, you can get in for as low as 99 cents a month, and you get some early access to videos, you get to vote on things every now and then. If you're on one of the higher levels, you want something made, I'll do it. There's a specific game you want me to cover, I'll do my darndest to get it. Whatever it is that you want, let me know. And finally, if you are not able or interested in becoming a channel member, thank you for continuing to watch. I really, really appreciate it, and that's really what kind of makes this fun. I do this because it's fun and I enjoy it, and you all help it be the most fun. So, there you have it, folks. As always, that is the top 5 games of the month. I'm hoping I can knock all the games off of my predictions. I'm sure I'm not going to get the list, but we're going to try. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, share, maybe become a channel member. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.